5 or 6 years after the international crisis started in the United States, we see on the one hand the United States moving on. There is growth, unemployment is on the decline. In the case of Europe, especially in the case of the Eurozone periphery, we see stagnation, we have seen a double-dip recession, and we have increased unemployment. And interestingly, unemployment is much higher in the Eurozone area than in the rest of Europe. What does this tell us? It tells us that, of course, there are specialized problems in some countries. We have seen the serious problem of public finances in the case of Greece. But it also tells us that some of the problems are driven by flaws in the Eurozone design. So unless we address these flaws, we will see the problems going on for a long time. What are the potential solutions? Of course, we are moving towards the banking union, and that is very important. Having a single supervisory mechanism is a step in the right direction. Having a single resolution mechanism to put some distance between the banks and who decides about the resolution is a step in the right direction. But these two steps have to come in with a single resolution fund that is properly funded, and the guarantees for the secure deposits should come from some European fund and not be left up to the member states. Now, the message from the Cyprus experience and the Cyprus bail-in. It's important to understand that the Cyprus crisis was, to a large extent, a result of a political decision. When the Greek haircut, the Greek PSI was implemented, it cost the banks of Cyprus the equivalent of 23% of the country's GDP. So while there were problems in Cyprus, there was inefficient state sector, and the banks had invested incorrectly, the banks have taken high risks. There is some hypothesis that one of the banks, like in bank, was looted by its being shareholders. However, the tipping point was a political decision. Bail-in is a right strategy. It's a right strategy if it's in place ahead of time, because then it puts discipline on depositors to keep bank managers accountable. In the case of Cyprus, the bail-in was done ex post, it was done arbitrarily, and it was also done unfairly. The shareholders of Bank of Cyprus lost significantly in the process, while the bank was not bankrupt. Of course, shareholders of Laiki lost, but that bank was bankrupt. The depositors got about €1 per share, and the remaining Laiki, the Laiki that was transferred to Bank of Cyprus, paid about €0.50 per share. So according to international standards, this was implemented unfairly.